MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Noah Syndergaard is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Kind of a strange outing in his last one, Matt. Was able to pitch into the sixth inning, wasn't able to complete the inning. It kind of got away from him in the sixth. It'll be interesting, Matt, to see how he bounces back in this one.
Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. He will lead this one off today. And that one misses as well, so it's a poor start here this afternoon as it's a 4-pitch walk to get things going.
Batting second, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Hernandez on at first, nobody out. The 1-2 is outside for a ball. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control, and that's the wind. It's blowing in, it's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Runners on first with one down. Runner goes for second. Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Rhys Hoskins.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Rhys Hoskins. And he's been one of the league's big stories in April, having come out of the gates extremely hot at the plate. A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, tough to complain about the start they're off to. 4 wins in their first 5 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1, and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
Number 7, Miguel Franco.
Into the box, Miguel Franco fouled away. Syndergaard, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Phillies leave a couple. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Aaron Nola gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Standing in, Jose Reyes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 2-1. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, been a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give a better effort today.
Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield, around the mound, and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer. When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And strike 3 called on a fastball that looked inside from here, but that's out number 1. For the moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's hitting over 400. Now, hold on. I know it's just April, but that's really impressive. And if you're hitting 400 in the backyard playing wiffle ball, you're still doing something pretty good. It's been a great start, and I'm interested to see if he can feed off of it the rest of the way.
Next for the Mets, Juan Lagares. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he missed with that one. It's a 1-out walk here in the home first.
Batting third, left fielder, Michael.
Stepping in, Michael Conforto. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's gone 2 for 8. He's taken him deep once. Here's the 1-1 delivery. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Ground ball right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And he's not going to make it to third as he's gunned down by the right fielder, and that's a tough second out.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Tom Frazier.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Misses for ball 4, so that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone, and stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter Jay Bruce. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Conforto over at second. Frazier on at first with 2 down. Line toward center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Up next will be Nick Williams. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Now the 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Flips the inside corner for strike 3.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to have to step up today and have a big game for these guys. Not known necessarily for his defensive acumen, more of a big pop guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
Set to get his day started, Jorge Alfaro, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. In front of the plate. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Batting 8, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. No score here as we play inning number 2. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. The 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. Gone! So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Standing in now, Aaron Nola. A 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Stepping into the box, Adrian Gonzalez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Next up for New York, Wilmer Flores. as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the 1-1 pitch to 1-2 now. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Count still full, 3-2. Gonzalez gets his lead at first, nobody out. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there. But the outfielder does a really good job, Dero, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner in that there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive, and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, Dero, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here, but I would imagine he's seething inside as he hasn't given up a run this afternoon. Jared Eichhoff is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud. And a good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Full count still.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Another one sent foul. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Count remains full. Another full count offering on its way. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Very weakly on the ground. That veers foul, so they'll do it again on 3-2. First and second here with nobody out. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Noah Syndergaard. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
So stepping in, Jose Reyes, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. Career line against Jared Eichhoff. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. The 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Right side. It's flagged down deep in the hole. In to score from third is the tying run. It's 1-1.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
0-2, here it comes. Popped him up. Alfaro is under it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Digging in to try it again, Cesar Hernandez. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. And here's the 3-2 from him. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Flores. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Carlos Santana. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Into the box, Odubel Herrera. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. A double play ball to second. 4, 6. And a good save at first on the offline throw, so they just get to 1.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The 0-2 once more. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it, and that's the third out. One left for Philadelphia. Here's Todd Frazier now. Career line against Jared Eichhoff. He's 1 for 5. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Missed with a slider. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Stepping in now, Jay Bruce. Oh, you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box now, Adrian Gonzalez. 2-2 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Williams is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down in order go the Mets. We played 3 full. We're tied at 1. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Michael Franco gets set to start out the inning. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Here's a behind the plate, but room for Darno. Popped him up. And this will be taken in by Adrian for the first out.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Up next will be Nick Williams. First time up, he went down looking. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Williams.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Striding in once again, Jorge Alfaro. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a fastball swung on and missed, and his side is retired. Phillies down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Now at the plate, Wilmer Flores. Career line against Jared Eichhoff. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. The 1-2 is a slider taken for a ball.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Full count now, 3 and 2.
3 and 2.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Ready for another chance? Travis d'Arnaud, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Here's another 1-2. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. Now the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
The shortstop, number 7, Jose Reyes.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a swing by Reyes as this is hit on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Swung on and missed. 1 and 2 now. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Boy, that would look like a cinch extra base hit off the bat, but a terrific diving catch in left center field.
In now, Jared Eichhoff. 1-2. Up around the face. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Hernandez.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? And he'll get in there safely.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
The 1-1. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Here now the 2-2. Skied into very shallow right. Bruce is there. And that's the 3rd out. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 46, Adam Morgan.
Here's Juan Lagares. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Full count, 3-2. Michael Conforto waits on deck. Full count, here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the 1st out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far. Three-two counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
The next 3-2. It is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here's Todd Frazier now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Count 2-2.
The 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Alfaro has it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
But there to flag it down is the shortstop Reyes, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Froze him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Standing in now, Michael Franco. A ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Score remains tied 1-1. Here's Jay Bruce now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and 1 gone.
Now batting number 23, first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez.
Here's Adrian now. The head-to-head with Adam Morgan. He's 1 for 2. The 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Hernandez takes it in. Throw right there, and that takes care of Gonzalez. 2 gone now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Riding in once again, Wilmer Flores. It was a walk in his last trip. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full. Travis d'Arnaud would be next. The 3-2 pitch. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. The throw to first is in time and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 6 full, all tied at 1-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Digging in once again, Nick Williams. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Lagares giving chase, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Digging in to try it again, Jorge Alfaro 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Now a changeup just off the plate as that misses for ball 4.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Anthony Swarzak is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. David Wright will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Aaron Altair will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Aaron Altair.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Coming in is Lagares. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Cesar Hernandez, a hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And a relay home. Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied. Phillies leave a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Your attention, please. The Phillies, number 50, Hector Neris.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here now the 2-2. Is a fastball that misses.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch.
Stepping in now, David Wright pulls this one in the air out to left. Franco over to his right. 2 gone.
The shortstop, number 7, Jose Reyes.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jose Reyes. He was a ground out victim last time up. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Santana in foul ground. And the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Still tied 1 apiece. A.J. Ramos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
44, A.J. Ramos.
Ready for another chance? Carlos Santana. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball just a bit high. Two pitches fouled away. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. The 3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Two very well pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Head-to-head against A.J. Ramos. He's 1 for 2.
Nope.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Maikel Franco. He went down on strikes last time up. The 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. and he fouls this one off. He'll try again, 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Missed with a slider.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now the 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. The next 3-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield, scooped up onto first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, all tied at 1-1. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael.
Ready for another shot now, Michael Conforto. His career numbers against Hector Neris. He's gone 2 for 8. One and one, here it comes. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
But a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that 2nd out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Jay Bruce. The 3-0 is in there for strike 1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. The 3-2 pitch. Right side, hit hard. He's got it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We've played 8 full, all tied at 1-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jerry Blevins will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch.
Number 39.
Yoenis Cespedes is into the ballgame as well as a part of that aforementioned double switch, as he'll take over in the number 6 spot in the lineup.
Yoenis Cespedes.
1-1, here it is. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. The head-to-head numbers against Jerry Blevins, he's 0 for 4. The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Liner toward right center. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, not sure the manager was too happy when he rounded second and headed for third. I mean, he's the go-ahead run, and you hate to get thrown out going for 3 when there are no outs. But it works out for him, and he avoids getting an earful in the dugout.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro, grounded to first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, J.P. Crawford. And clearly this is a critical moment in this ball game. Go ahead run at third with 1 away. Now the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Tommy Joseph will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now. Looking at his career totals, Joseph enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. Now the 1-2 pitch. This is flared out towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Francisco Rodriguez enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. Next for the Mets, Yoenis Cespedes, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. Wilmer Flores waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Popped him up. Alfaro has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, Second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Stepping up now, Wilmer Flores. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Bouncer up the middle. And that's the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Ready once again, Travis d'Arnaud. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball line softly down the left field line. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
In now, David Wright. Heading out towards shallow right. Williams is under it. And no problem with that one as we are headed for extra innings. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, all tied at 1-1. Jerry Familia takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Jerry Familia.
Cesar Hernandez will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
Sinker is right there for a called strike 2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you could do with that. Textbook sinker.
Standing in now, Carlos Santana. Lifted the other way to left center. Conforto is calling for it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
At the plate, Odubel Herrera. He went down on strikes last time up. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Phillies down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Here's the 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. The 2-2. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. The 2-2 one more time. That's lifted the other way out to left. Crawford ranging into the outfield. He's got it one away.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares. It was a walk in his last trip. One out, nobody on. A swing and a ground ball to third. There is Franco, and there's out number 2.
The left fielder number 30, Michael Conforto.
Now at the plate, Michael Conforto. 2 out, nobody on. Payoff pitch one more time. Count still full, 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 3-2 one more time. Fouled away.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
He'll try it again, 3-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Nothing doing here this half. No winner yet. On to inning number 11 we go. All tied at 1-1. Ready for another chance? Rhys Hoskins. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
A ball and 2 strikes. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
Ready once again, Michael Franco. Lifetime against Familia. He's 1 for 3. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Up next will be Nick Williams. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still tied 1 apiece. Michael Rosado takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th.
Rosado.
Digging in to try it again, Todd Frazier. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here now the 2-2. Is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit. Froze him, but just missed the zone.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
As Drupal Cabrera will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Cabrera, a Venezuelan-born ball player. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way. Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in the gap.
Into the box, Yoenis Cespedes. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-2 pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And he might have done it. Can they score that runner from first?
Finally, they show some signs of life. These guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. Got a single and a double, and now they've got runners on second and third. We'll see if they can cash them in.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, tough to say if that was their intention or not, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. A force at every base now, so there are a lot of ways to get out of this.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He's looking to bring home the winning run from third. Now the 1-2 pitch. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Now batting, third baseman, David Wright.
Riding in once again, David Wright. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
The 3-1 pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll take it to the bag himself, and a great job of pitching out of the bases loaded situation as the side is retired. Mets leave them loaded. Score remains tied 1-1. Hansel Robles gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 47, Hansel Robles.
Digging in once again, Jorge Alfaro, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Set to deliver on 3-0. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Now the 2-1. Missed with a slider.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
The 3-1 pitch. Full count now, 3-2. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. Now programming note to pass along. Those of you tuning in to see our afternoon aerobics show Get Fit with Eddie Cram. Unfortunately, due to the length of the game, that show will not be seen today. Ladies, we apologize. Andrew Knapp will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 15, Andrew Knapp.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez. 2 balls and a strike to Cesar Hernandez. Now the 2-1. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Reyes is there for it, and that retires the side. 1 left for Philadelphia. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Edelbert Ramos will be summoned here to start the home 12th, and the best case scenario for him is to take us to the 13th. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes, attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far.
Nope.
Good
That's a
plate
ball.
discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hit out towards second. To his left, Hernandez. And that's the first out.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Juan Lagares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. One and two. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Bases are empty, one man out. Popped high in the air. Franco waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
The left fielder number 30, Michael Conforto.
Ready for another shot now, Michael Conforto, and looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left, and he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove.
Third baseman number 21, Todd Frazier.
Next for the Mets, Todd Frazier has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Now the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. And he strikes out again. And that's the 5th time he's punched out today. This has certainly not been his game. Mets strand one. Still tied 1 apiece. So next to the plate for the Phils, Carlos Santana. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 3-1 pitch. Full count now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
In now, Odubel Herrera. Hard on the ground towards short. Played on the backhand. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. The 1-1 pitch. And he misses 2-1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Count remains 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And a strikeout here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Standing in now, Michael Franco. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Phillies strand 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Brandon Nimmo will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Now here's a line drive that will make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single.
Going to be interesting to see how they play this. Deep into extra innings, and now they've got the winning run on. Old school would probably bunt and move him into scoring position, but that's not an automatic decision these days. We'll see what they do.
Into the box, Yoenis Cespedes starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
High in the air out to center field. Hernandez shading to his right. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
So stepping in, Wilmer Flores. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit to short. Oh, what a stop on the slide. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional.
Now batting, catcher, Travis Darno.
So digging in with a chance to win it here, Travis Darno, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And, oh, they say he beat the throw, safe at third. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Now the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
He lays off, and that's outside, ball 4. They're at the corners now here with 2 away.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there, especially in extra innings. He didn't try to win the thing by himself or be a hero. He just patiently worked the at-bat until he earned the walk. We'll see if his teammates can pick him up now.
Digging in now, David Wright. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Hang in as long as you can. Another inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Paul Sewell is going to finally make an appearance in this one as he'll take over in the 14th inning.
Paul Sewell.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Williams. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Conforto is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Now batting, second, Jorge Alfaro.
At the plate, Jorge Alfaro struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. So 1-1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Conforto over to his right, and he hauls it down in the corner.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Ready now, J.P. Crawford. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Here now the 2-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning. All tied at 1-1. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes, trying to put it all behind him and break through right here. He's a paltry 0-for-6 thus far. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Mets right now would take a leadoff guy on any way they could get it.
And the winning run will reach. It's a leadoff walk to start the home half here in extra innings.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. The winning run is at first base. Now the 2-1. Shows bunt here, but this one misses. Ball 3.
Yeah, now you've got a guy up there trying to give you an out by bunting. So the last thing you want to do is waste pitches and maybe put yourself in a situation where you could walk him.
And a whiff at a good slider that time.
He's probably frustrated with himself now after swinging at what should have been ball 4. Time for a deep breath.
Now a swing here on the fastball as this is squirted up the first baseline. And that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one. And he is in at third safely. So the winning run is 90 feet away with nobody out.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, one out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. And he holds off there as the count goes even to the Mets left fielder. It's 2-2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that winning run stays at third with 1 away now.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Here's Todd Frazier now. It's been a disastrous game for him at the plate. 5 strikeouts, and yet here he is with the possibility to go down for a 6th time on strikes. Now the 2-1. Swing and a fly ball, and that should be deep enough to end it. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. And the Mets are going to walk home a winner.
That's what you call doing your job, folks. He knew he just needed to lift one to the outfield, and that's just what he did. Hey, a walk-off sac fly isn't as dramatic as a game-winning hit, but it's just as effective. Great team win right there.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, it wasn't exactly a dominant outing, but he did pitch well, got him into the 7th inning, and kept his guys in the lead, and he'll take home the win because of it.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Paul Sewald claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame for the victorious New York Mets. 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 14 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ballgame, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.